You are now tuned in to the latest YouTube channel in the world. Okay, gang, we got Juvenile and Manny Fresh in the building.
I want to come back to that song we just played right here. I played it for a reason.
Yeah.
And the reason had everything to do with these people are here today with us. One of who has been here with us before is my brother. We've been in communication for decades now.
That's right.
The other one is my brother. We be in communication periodically. Somehow we bump into each other, whether he calls in on his show or something. Or just over the years seeing each other when MTV was on tour with Cash Money and being in studios with Cash Money and covering, just documenting their journey as they went on. But I remember a guy named MC Gregory D.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
You about to walk us
Damn,
through it.
Sway. Damn. I remember a guy named MC Gregory D.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know who that is, so you got to tell me.
I'm gonna let the man tell you.
Okay.
This is pre-Cash Money.
Yeah, this the early 80s. You know what I'm saying? It's early Manny Fresh. That was like one of my first songs.
Yes.
You know, and meeting Sway way early on, I even told him some of his stuff. I was like, yeah, man, I've been checking you out, bro. I'm like, you know, and coming from Cash Money, he was like, nah. You know, he was like, y'all heard that? I was like, yeah, I got the records. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So I started singing the records to him, and then, you know, and we've been good ever since. I'm a citizen ever since.
There you go, man, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, man. This man been behind so much success.
Facts.
I will say there would be no Cash Money legacy if he wasn't a part of it.
100%.
There would be no Cash Money legacy if he wasn't a part. It wouldn't be the legacy it is today.
Come on.
He was in the DNA and has been and will always be in the DNA. We watched him work with everybody, not just Cash Money artists, but he made a lot of icons. One is sitting right next to him, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking about the one and only Juvie.
What's up, my brother? How y'all?
Who you were then, and then how did you make the connection to Birdman?
Back then I was just kind of DJing block parties, and you know, and production came later on. And even with Gregory D, it was a mistake. Like somebody didn't show up for a studio session, and somebody asked me, like, do I know anybody that rap? And I called 3 people, and Greg was the third person that answered. So I was like, hey, I got the studio for free. If you want to come, just, you know, let's make a song tonight.
Really?
Yeah.
I wish I could.
You know,
I didn't know that, bro.
you know,
like, I'm sitting there like, for real?
because we was never partners at you know what I'm saying, and that formed that group. You know, just by me, I was like, hey, bro, I got a studio session, and they giving me full run of the studio. Like, if you want to rap, come tonight, and we gonna make a record. You know, and we made a record. You know what I'm saying? And from there, it was Gregory D and Manny Fresh. It just it happens just because he was at the right place at the right time. You know, and shout out to Alan Toussaint, who is a legend.
Alan Toussaint.
It was at his studio.
Wow.
Alan, you know, the late great Alan Toussaint let me use his studio, and he was just like, y'all, you know, do whatever you want to do, Manny. And you know, and we made that record, and that's Gregory D. Now, you know, fast forward, you know, I started DJing everywhere. And, you know, and Juvie could kind of tell you this. I was always uptown, downtown, in every project or whatever, doing my thing.
Yeah.
And I bumped into Baby and them, who had some artists back then, but it was rap. And I was just like, what's this new thing? Bounce, bro. Like that I'm doing. It's bounce music, you know, and for people like, you know, twerk or whatever. And I'm like, the streets really know Manny right now for bounce and twerk. So I was like, if you give me a shot at it, you know, I promise y'all, like, it's gonna happen. But if y'all get out the streets and let's do it the right way. Our first meeting didn't go good.
What do you mean?
They were still going line. We some street dudes.
It's gangster.
Yeah, we still
They West Coast out.
Yeah, we still got some stuff we got to get rid of.
I was around in them times.
Okay,
I was around.
They was like, we still got some stuff we got to get rid of. You know?
Oh, that's what they said?
Yeah, and I was like, okay, well, when y'all finish that, come holler at me. So, you know, they circled back, and for like maybe 10 years, Cash Money was a bounce label. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So it was established
Who
way
were the artists
before.
then?
UNLV.
Lil Slim,
Yeah.
UNLV, Miss T. It's a few
Magnolia
more.
Shorty, you know what I'm saying? So it was a lot of bounce artists, like, you know what I'm saying? And there was this song, Drag 'em from the River, you know, that everybody know about, like, you know.
If you know the history behind that record as well.
Yeah.
Drag 'em from the river.
Yeah.
This right here?
This
That's,
right there.
Let's hear that for a second. Hold
It's
on.
the mystical cash, the Cash Money Big Boy Records beef. That's what this is.
Really?
Yeah, it's a response to Mystical.
Drag them to the river?
It's about Mystical. Listen. Watch, wait. I'm from the 3, I don't give a fuck. Yo, my shit. That's why, this is why I winded up on Cash Money. This beat,
Yeah.
I heard that song, that beat in particular, and said, God damn, bro, Manny, look, bro, if I could rap on one of your beats, I need that beat, bro. And that's where this shit came from.
And that's how you got the Cash Money.
I came to Cash Money solely because of them beats. So
Juvie said, if I come over there, I want to rap on this song. You know what I'm saying? He was like, this has been always one of my favorite Manny Fresh beats. You know what I'm saying? I was like, well, luckily, and this beat was done on like a 4-track Tascam.
Oh my
like, you know
gosh.
what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
A 4-track with the cassette.
With the cassette.
I didn't know what he was talking about.
Yeah, so I was just like, you got one of those?
I had a 2-track.
Yeah, so I was like,
That's a classic.
I was like, bro, I still got the cassette with the beat on.
Wow.
So I was like, I'm like, we could clean it up, and I'm like, and you go at it, like, you know what I'm saying? So this is one of them cool moments in hip hop because it was mixed so cool because it was really a 2-track beat because it was a 4-track. The original beat was done on the Tascam 4-track, like, you know what I'm saying? And
do they even make those anymore?
nah,
They don't need them
make
anymore.
that.
You don't need
Yeah,
cassettes.
Yeah, you don't
I
need
don't
them.
even know what that is.
It's a drum processor.
It's a mini
right?
mixer that you can assemble, like, you know, but very, like, limited.
Yeah, it's a cassette play, a real cassette. That
Oh,
went
you
in
talking about the 4-track? Oh, all right.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah.
So you know, he was like, well, I was like, bro, I actually got the beat, but you know, I was like, I want to see what you come up with, and I was like, but when we met him, Juvie was getting off from work. And
Where was you working, Juvie?
On-site environment. I was the foreman.
yeah, but this is what's
So,
crazy.
and I was getting paid, so I ain't really gonna quit my job.
Yeah, he wasn't going, but
Yeah.
I begged for. I was like, listen, y'all got to sign him. Juvie did about 15 songs, like on spot. Like, you know what I'm
They
saying?
drove me home, and I was giving them.
They was
to
like,
him.
do another
giving
one,
it to
and
him.
I was just like, damn.
Who was in the car?
It's me, Baby Slim, and Juve.
Yeah,
Wow.
What kind
You know
of car
what I'm
was
saying?
it?
What do we?
a legend.
Yeah,
Acura
Acura
legend.
legend.
Y'all was
Acura
still
legend.
coming
That
up.
was the new shit. That was like the new shit.
I still
At
got
the
my
moment,
Acura
That was
legend.
like
You still got
Yeah, I
that
still
was
got
you know
it.
what I'm saying? White Acura legend. I never forget
I
it.
still have the white Acura legend.
Wow.
And this is all in the beginning. I mean, this is kind of the beginning of the new era of Cash Money, right?
Yeah.
And they was telling me then, like, you know, we got a lot of bounce artists on the label. We got a lot of artists on the label. They're gonna be going in the next week. I'm like, for real? Like, I was confused about that part. It was like, it's gonna be you. It said BG and Wayne. So I didn't even know who Wayne was at all.
You didn't even know who Wayne was, right?
And I really, you know, I ain't know BG either because I knew it was a little cat that, you know, that Slim had, that rap, that Slim was like, man, it's like my son to me. I love him to death. And it was BG. So I ain't really know him, but I heard of him. So it was one of them situations where when I got in the car with them, I'm like, man, this is my shot. I got to make this happen. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to just kick them all. I'm going to spit all this raw shit to them. When I spit it to them, they came back the next day. Bird called me. He was like, hey, bro, we want to do the deal. We want to sign you. My first thing was, okay, I don't want to just quit my job, bro. So can y'all pay me like $2,000 a week? If y'all can give me $2,000 a week, I'll take off just to start recording, but if it don't work out, I'm not quitting my job. So I took a leave of absence.
Okay.
And,
who just said that to
Keith
us?
Sweat just told us the same thing. He took a leave of absence from his job and never came back.
That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what
He
happened.
said that first album, Make It Last Forever, changed his life.
Yeah.
It did.
Yours was
my
Being
first
Myself,
song,
right?
My first song, and this is the crazy part, my first song was with a guy that I was a big fan of, but I didn't even know it was him. It was Bun B and BG on BG album, Chopper City. I didn't know who Bun B was. Bun B was with Cash Money long before I came around. So I'm hanging with him 2 or 3 days around the studios and stuff, and they saying Bun, and I'm just like, yeah, Bun, I'm talking to him and everything. Then one day somebody hollered, Bun B. I was in shock. Like, what? I say the king of the Hubbard Trail, Bun B, UGK. I just started singing songs. I say Pocket Full of Stones. He said, yeah, man, you didn't know that was me. I said, Lord. I said, man, you dude's crazy. I said, hell no. I said, bro, I've been hanging with you for 3 days. We slept in a house together, talked. And, bro, you never one time told me you was Bun B. He said, well, I thought you knew it. I said, boy, this is crazy.
Wow. I love that.
So my first song was with Bun B, so you know they had me right there. They had me.
They had soon as they put that carrot in front of you, it was gone.
they got me.
Putting with Bun. And then so Being Myself, was that the first project?
That was my first album, but that wasn't with Cash Money.
That wasn't with Cash Money.
That was actually with Alan Toussaint and a guy named Marshall Sehorn in New Orleans.
Wow.
And they did a deal with Warlock, so that's why it had distribution on it, but it was not a great situation. I ain't know anything about
Warlock.
Industry. They hit me with the check and they hit me with the speech.
Right.
You know, like
what was the speech?
You know, like them recruiters hit them kids when they convince them not to go to college, and they say, "Oh man, just join the army. We're gonna get the GI Bill and stuff like that." Not saying it's a bad thing because it works out for some people, but I got hit with a speech, man, like that. Oh, if you ever saw it, when they say, "Oh, we're gonna get you this, we're gonna buy you this, we're gonna take care of your life, it's gonna change," and yeah, I wound up working. Yeah.
At least you got to never go back.
You didn't have to go back, man. We got Juvenile here. Juvie and Manny Fresh are here.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Then was Soldier Rags the first? What was the first Cash Money album?
It was Soldier Rags.
Okay, 1997.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, 96, right?
Was it 90?
It was 96.
Yeah.
Okay. I was on the radio then, so I was all over y'all.
We was on us.
We was on the Bay. We was in the Bay just, back in that.
You know, bro, the crazy thing is we can't do no wrong in the Bay, bro.
Yeah.
I mean,
I just left
so
there.
nuts how they love, bro. It is, the love there is nuts, bro.
The Bay loves y'all. You was just with La Russell at his house.
Man,
right?
Yeah.
I told Manny, I'm going back October for Halloween. I got to show it in the Bay. But I'm definitely going back to the backyard, whether I'm performing or not. I just like the whole experience.
What is it about the Bay, y'all was, because the Bay also is a cultural hub. Everybody comes to the Bay and walk away with something, whether it's slang, whether it's style, whether it's whatever, demeanor.
It is a cultural hub. I think our people down there, like, it really, like, it reminds me so much of New Orleans. We have similarities. That's why when Katrina hit, half the people from New Orleans that went to the Bay, they never came back. They said, I see them when I go out there. Yeah, but man, I think we have the same similarity. If you was to take the Bay and put the Bay in the South, I think it would fit right in like a glove.
It's still genuine. It's still untouched.
And it's the same
You know what
way.
I'm saying? That's it's one of them areas, like, you know how somebody be say like protect wildlife. You know what I'm saying? that is you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the Bay. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got some endangered species
let
down
me
there.
tell you
Protect
now.
the wildlife
Let
right
me tell
here
you.
by law. You don't mess with none of this. Leave it alone.
If you're in the Bay and you don't understand the language, if you don't understand the language, you don't get it, you're in trouble. You know, I'm gonna tell you that the Bay got their own language, they got their own way of doing things, and they don't like people from out of town coming there trying to change the way they do things.
Nah, you can't.
Not
do
at
that.
all. They not having it.
And then let me offer
You're not
you.
gonna disrespect them.
Nah.
You're not gonna come there. You're not gonna disrespect them on a song or anywhere in any wave in life and think they're gonna forget about it, and you're gonna come down there and they're not gonna remember it. You're gonna hear about it, homie.
They'll hold it for
They're
15
aggressive.
years.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
15 years, boy.
Like,
Trust me.
I've been waiting to see you, homie.
I've been waiting
Damn.
15 years.
What up, homie?
But the other thing about you all, and here's my quick anecdote. I think what it is with the Bay, my grandmother is from a parish outside of New Orleans.
When you say Paris, right?
I know, right?
You know,
I got land somewhere in what is East Carroll, Louisiana, one of those small
right.
places that I inherited from my great auntie.
Wow.
Yeah, and my great auntie, my great uncle, those before they migrated. So a lot of people migrated from the South, New Orleans to Northern California.
Yeah.
And so we all got that New Orleans DNA in us, and maybe that's what it is. You see what I'm saying? New Orleans.
I know that.
How am I doing, Juvie? Am I all right?
You all right?
All right, cool, man.
You all right?
But then there's the other thing, because the Cash Money tour back in 2000, one of the things you guys did is you broke the mold. If you recall how regionalized the business was back then, you couldn't get songs played in New York City at that time. You know, if it wasn't, and you know, a song like "Back That Ass Up" or "Ha" forced people to really open their minds.
It did.
Right? Yeah. And you guys, I remember the Cash Money tour, I want to say in 2000, right?
Yeah.
You guys were then becoming more accepted in New York?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Talk about that.
I mean, the tunnel, you know, we was told. Was told, you know what I'm saying? If you go to the tunnel, dude, they gonna boo you. They gonna destroy y'all. Don't y'all come through here.
What did they have boo Ghetto Boys?
I was scared.
You know what I'm saying?
I was scared of that.
You was scared?
I was scared.
Because they kept on emphasizing.
They kept on. It was at me all the whole weekend.
Listen, bro, this is it.
Don't say nothing else.
You're going to die in the tunnel. It was like a mafia movie. Y'all been doing fine until y'all brought y'all ass up here.
And imagine in 2000 they telling us, man, the last person to come to New York that wasn't from New York and rock the tunnel was Snoop Dogg, and that was 94. And they was like telling me, 94. Like, 94, dog. Like, like Busta rocked it, but it's a lot of artists from New York get booed too. They was letting me know it, like, you ain't gonna just come down here. They like sing that one song, and I ain't gonna lie, it was the best advice I could ever got because I sung that one song.
We
5
did,
times,
like back to back of that motherfucker. They went crazy.
Y'all did it back to back.
Yeah,
I took my shirt off. We was drinking the Hennessy
before anybody was doing that
back to back.
Yeah, I was wilding with them
because when they was doing Ends in Paris, and they did it 7 times when Kanye and Jay-Z did. That was a big, phenomenal thing. Yeah. But y'all did back to back to back to back to back.
Yeah.
What year was that?
I don't remember I believe it was when Funk Master Flex was in the tunnel.
It was Funk Master
It was his spot.
Yeah, it was his spot.
Like,
it was
you know
his,
what I'm saying?
Before we was calling it residencies, he was the DJ in the tunnel.
Yeah.
Because he played the music and then he had that spot that everybody, we was all there. But what I will say about y'all, maybe you didn't notice, but on these big tour dates and venues, what was happening too, a lot of people from New York was on tour with y'all was opening up and doing whatever. In certain spots, y'all was killing the shows.
Yeah.
So people from New York like, who the hell is that? What is this
we was
song?
getting a lot of that.
So that's what happens too. Word travels fast. You know, if you suck, you suck. But yo, who is that perform? What song is this?
You know what? We was telling them. We say, oh, y'all don't know us, but everybody else in the country knows us.
Y'all gonna
wait till we leave here. I kept saying, okay, wait till we get a little bit in the Midwest.
In the South, yeah.
You know what I mean? When we hit the Midwest, because we knew, I could tell you, we won Chicago long before we got a deal. We won Missouri long before we got a deal. All these Midwest states, we had them locked. We was like, okay, y'all don't know us? Wait, just
that's
give
what
a
happened.
Second. And as soon as we got over there, it was like, wow. We can't go on. They got to be the last ones on stage.
Who were some of those artists on those tours that got
everybody
eyes open when they saw y'all?
The Cash Money Rough Riders tour, it was a lot of times we had to swap, who closed out in certain places. It would be like, well, Cash Money got to close this out tonight. You know what I'm saying?
The regions.
And we was, and what made us a great family, Cash Money and the Rough Riders, we never argued about it.
Nah, we
know what I'm saying?
We didn't.
And they was wise enough. We was wise enough to know that in this region, Cash Money got to close it. It was like, if we here, y'all got to close it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's what made it a super successful tour. And then a lot of them got to know our culture. We would have a second line every show.
Yeah,
a second line.
Yeah, we had a second
backstage,
line
beating on the kid, and they'll be with us.
And they would be right there with us. Like, you know what I'm saying? They was like, what is this? And we like, this new all this culture
all
stuff.
of them.
We do this every show. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And DMX was my dude. DMX give me a bottle of Hennessy every night. Every night. You say, where you at? Send Rusty. I got a bottle for you, son. Send a bottle. What's up? Send me the bottle. I get the bottle, and I talk to him. One night I told him, like, bro, how I watch you perform. How do you continue to have the same energy, and no matter where you at in the show, how do you get the people going like that? He said, I don't think about it. He said, that's the problem. Everybody try to think about it. He said, I pray and I perform. He said, I don't think about it. He said, the songs are going to do what they're going to do. The fans know the songs. They love me. I'm going to give the fans what they came for. It's not about me no more when I walk on the stage. I'm like, damn, I get it. And bro, you talking about scare me to death on performing after him?
What?
DMX?
Yeah.
What? The dude will crawl, bark. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He will pray, cry, he put all these different emotions out there to the fans while he performed. And I think he was the greatest performer I ever been. Like, not even close. That's why when we was on tour, I used to always question, like, you know, if we go out on last, we got to make sure and we got to do our thing. I used to be mad about that. I said, look, bro, they went out there extras clown, bro. They had the motorbike with the fight. Say, bro, we got
the dog on stage.
I'm saying, he's growling.
Doing push-ups and everything.
Niggas cheating.
He climbed a speaker. I said,
with Tim's on.
Yeah,
and
he
like
climbed
you
the
say,
speaker and get all the way to the top
like,
of the speaker like, now I'm here. Now I feel good right here. Damn, dude.
With Tim's on, Sway, with boots on.
Yeah.
It was so crazy,
gosh.
like, because it was times where he used to be late and he would show up, like he said, one Tim.
Yeah.
One shoe on, you know, wherever he came
didn't
from. He didn't care. He would perforn with one shoe on.
With one Tim.
and rock
Hennessy.
that shit in a bottle of Hennessy.
You said
You
it,
just
you turn in the corner, say that prayer.
Man, he said, and rock
It'd be
that
like,
shit.
boots.
And it's just like, dude, it's like they ain't even tripping that he got one shoe on.
Wow.
It's X, baby.
That's DMX,
X,
man. Give a
Rest
round of
in
applause
power,
for
man.
DMX, man. Come
Thank
on,
you
man.
for sharing that.
Our
Greatest-
brother.
Yeah,
Amazing,
man.
Greatest rap performer I ever seen.
Wow,
Not even
man.
close, yeah.
Yeah, you know me. Late night, all night, don't need no sleep. Hey, hold on.
Whole life been right about right now. Whole lot chit chat, can't do that, sit that pipe down. On the kitchen floor in the church, I'm trying to my whole wall. Always been a star in